Hello, welcome to the IDL. My name's Nick, and this is Orcs Never Die. With me on this spectacular adventure of diplomacy and maybe violence, we have with us Kamaka.
What's up?
We have Keaton.
Hello.
We have Duhon.
Don't ask.
Hello.
We have Silver.
You left your oven on. You have to go turn it off right now.
Oh, shoot. You better do that after this episode's done. And Nue.
It's me, I'm normal.
Let's see,
This is the lies episode.
Yes.
For every truth we speak, we also speak a falsehood. By the way, I'm in your walls.
One of us is always lying. One of us is always telling the truth. One of us tells the truth sometimes. One of us lies sometimes. One of us lies and tells the truth every other sentence. No.
And one of us tells the truth when it's funny.
Yeah,
And
the
the
last
Living in
one
my walls, you're
today.
contributing to rent.
The last one will reveal what's behind one of the three doors.
Yes. Weird. I didn't realize one of your characters' name was Monty Hall the whole time. I didn't make that connection. No. So I've got a question. We play on Foundry VTT, right? How experienced? Like, how often have you all used Foundry VTT? And like, to what degree do you use it? Do you just use it as players? Have you used it much? What is your skill level? And this will be going somewhere. I'm curious, like, an overall temperature on like what all you like, how deep you've involved yourself into Foundry. Because there's a deep rabbit hole to Foundry.
In my opinion, Foundry's the GOAT. I think it's the best tabletop thing that's out there. I've been playing in a few games on Foundry, and I've run a couple games on Foundry, and especially for, and this is kind of a weird qualifier, but especially for Westmarch's games, the ability to import from Path Builder is, it beats everything. I've never seen anything that gives you that amount of flexibility.
Yeah, no, for me, I have played primarily in Foundry for the last few years. Literally every Pathfinder game I've ever played has been in Foundry. I played some Warhammer Age of Sigmar Soulbound in Foundry. That was pretty fun. It is honestly my preferred VTT. Mostly just because I only have it in Roll20 as a frame of reference, and Roll20 sucks. Overall I think it's really good.
Okay. So you've got a player / runner. Oh, you've never? Go ahead.
Never ever. Not before this.
Okay, this is your first time with it. Okay. Have
Yeah.
you been using other tabletop stuff, or have you been playing online at all before this, or what's your usual?
Pretty much strictly Roll20, but I did have one campaign which was not very great on Owlbear Rodeo. That was probably the one that I hate the least. Hate the most. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Hate the most.
Okay. Keaton, how much experience do you have on Foundry?
About 5.5 years, give or take.
Okay. Player, GM,
player.
both?
Mostly player. I've done a little GMing, not a lot.
Okay.
Before that, it was mostly Roll20. I refuse to, if I'm gonna play online, I refuse to play 2nd edition Pathfinder on a different thing.
Okay.
Same.
I'm just so used to the automation. And I don't even use much of the automation. Like, everybody does like a bunch of macros, and I'm like, I know what button to press in my sheet, and that's all I need.
Yeah. How about you, Duhon?
Well, I've only used Foundry for Pathfinder, so yeah, everything else that I've used, like Roll20 and Owlbear, they're weird. They're really weird. I don't dislike them because they're free alternatives, but they...
Yeah.
What
I've never even heard of the owl one before. Yeah, was it Owlbear or Owl? What was it called?
Owlbear Rodeo. It's like Roll20, but less features, I guess, and cheap and free.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it before now. Oh, that's
I did
weird.
it once,
So
I did not like it.
So Duhon, have you mostly been a player? Have been GM? Have you GM'd on it, or?
I have tried to GM like once. It did not work out because I'm not a good GM in general, and I'm not looking forward to learning. So, I've just been playing.
Okay. So then, okay. So I was where I was gonna go with this is that like because my other campaign, Gluttony and Earth, it's a homebrew world and stuff like that. And we've got a lot of options. It's in 5e right now. After that campaign's done, I wrote an adventure in that same world that's going to be in Pathfinder. Wrote a whole adventure path for it that I want to test out and whatnot. So I've been converting options from 5th edition to Pathfinder 2nd edition that aren't present. And to make life easier for my other players, I've been inputting homebrew options into Foundry, and it has been one of the largest headaches of my goddamn life trying to learn the coding of Foundry, and it like goes over my head, and I think I know how like something works because I did it like 2 days ago. And I'm like, oh, okay, I know how this works, and I'll do it, and it won't work, and I spend like 2 hours trying to get like a simple effect to work. And it's like, I swear I did it exactly like this before. I swear I just copied and pasted this. Why aren't you working? Why is this a 2-hour venture now?
May I offer a piece of wisdom that might help you?
Yeah.
So nobody knows how to program Foundry. What we all do instead is we find things that have similar effects to what we want, and we just copy that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I try to do. There's some things that like don't work, and sometimes there's like limitations. Like it took me so long to find out that you can't that Foundry, if you grant an item or a spell on Foundry through a feat, that it doesn't add the spell. Like that's just not something that it has. Yeah, so it took me a long time to find that out. So like there's just like mini things here and there that I spent like a month trying to input all of this homebrew stuff, and I'd be like spending like 2 hours on a single feat just trying to get things to function, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And now I picked up Monster Core 2, and so I made a Dragonborn ancestry, and I based it off of like there's options you can choose for like the heritages that like that give you different traits and stuff like that, whatever, that you get to pick between traits. And Dragonborn was a pain to program in. But now Monster Core 2 came out, and there's so many more dragon options, and I'm like, well, now I gotta add more options for this ancestry for heritages.
You don't necessarily need to. I get the idea of making it completed, but unless you're gonna show off the module and give it to people or sell it.
Well, I want to eventually put out a source book. I do want to put out a source book. I don't know if I'll be able to put out a module. I don't know how to program modules very much. On this, I just know how to program stuff into it. But yeah, so I'm like, oh, I gotta do this.
Coming eventually.
Yeah, that'll be. Oh, who knows? Maybe I'll have made progress by the time this airs. Don't quote me on that.
Hey, Future Nick popping in to say, in fact, Leoric's Guide to Fractera is out now. You can find it on our itch.io page at interdimensionallibrary.itch.io. In it, you can find plenty of homebrew options for your Pathfinder 2e game, based on the world of Fractera and Gluttony and Earth. This includes ancestries, heritages, archetypes, deviant abilities, a background, and plenty of subsystems that help smooth over your game system, like downtime rules, and things to get your players more involved, like mission building, based off players building missions. Get it today. It's free. Buy my book.
Oh gosh, so that's it. I didn't know if you guys, because obviously there's two of you in the call, are more experienced programmers than I am. So I just didn't know how much you guys had any kind of reference with that. But like, oh my gosh, it is a migraine trying to figure out how the different things interact with it. There's like a whole source document of like how to do things, but like it doesn't give you everything that you need to know. And I'm like, this is just rough. This is rough. That's my old man rant of trying to learn new dang technology. But speaking of rough, let's get into that recap. How about that? Let's see. Last time, the Dignitaries returned the missing teeth and were rewarded by Ardax with the gold fillings and jewels they found with the teeth. Then the Dignitaries tried their hands at multiple games, finally solving the puzzle box and the dumbbell challenge. And also the word wrestling we had at Victorine. While everyone was heading to sleep, Conrad wrote letters to his children, and the professor was challenged to a drinking contest by Groflin. The next morning, Groflin invited the professor to go axe cutting, and Conrad and Ugrik were approached by some worried parents saying their children went missing. They spoke around the camp and found out the last scene headed to the east looking for mushrooms. And that's kind of where we left off. So I'm curious if you guys have an opinion on who deserves a hero point.
Honestly, I've no real idea.
That's fair. No one could. It could be that no one gets a hero point. If you feel like that's the right choice.
Did anybody
just
win
wanna
any other
give Yomo-
contests?
Actually, wait, no, I kind of want to give it to Conrad for winning Word Wrestling.
Oh, thanks.
Word wrestling was kind of lit. Yeah, my other vote would be for the professor, who had a massive drinking contest.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my thought, but
Impossible
I
amount
also
of
can't
drinks.
remember. I can't remember if we gave the professor a hero point last session. Is the only reason I was hesitant.
Oh,
You
well,
did
hey.
not. I have not gotten a hero point for a while.
Okay, I'm changing my vote to the professor then. Sorry, Conrad.
That's all right.
All right, we got two for the professor, one for Conrad.
I think
I think I
was-
vote for maybe Conrad because he did save us from a whole session of insults and stuff. So
He
Have
did. He did save us from a massive just episode of just word wrestling again. Oral Adventures Part 2.
I love it.
All right, it's
Oral Adventure.
I think. Let's see.
I was gonna give it to the professor as well because I think he's the only other person that won a contest, right?
Technically, I
lost all my
did.
contests.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's
Never mind.
Azendel. Azendel won the dumbbell challenge, and
The puzzle
also
box.
got the puzzle box.
well done.
What about the drinking contest, though? Was that a contest? I think it was.
It did,
That was
I
a
didn't win it.
contest. He didn't win it though.
Yeah, my vote
And it
is for
sounds like he
Azendel.
needs a hero point.
Well, we have two. We have two for the professor, and I think that means it wins out over the one votes each for Conrad and Azendel. So let us give that point to Professor Kazrick Fitz, and let's begin with Yomo.
Hello.
It's early morning. What does Yomo do at the camp?
Oh, what does Yomo do at the camp in the morning? Oh my god. There is a brief period of them focusing up to prepare their spells and get all situated for the day. And every day, Yomo actually takes a different one of the silks that they keep in their pack and wears it in a different way. And you will never see them wear the same thing twice. Yesterday was a bandolier of red silk, and today they have made a kind of babushka out of a blue silk. And as for what I'm actually doing around the camp, mechanics-wise, I think that they would gravitate towards the others. Has word gotten around about the missing kids? Because that would certainly pique their interest.
I think at this point in time, this is kind of like either right before they got approached or like while they're out searching for people. Just because you're the only person in the morning who I haven't had an idea of what they were doing yet, so I wanted to see like where you started with. And if you're gravitating towards others, then perhaps if you like, we could say that while they're gathering, well, there's two groups basically. There's the axe cutting group and there's the missing children group. Which do you think you'd end up finding yourself around?
Definitely the one with the emergency. This is kind of their thing, but not until they've eaten a balanced breakfast.
Yes. So that's probably when they got approached about it, and they started. You're eating. They're getting approached by this, and then eventually, Yomo, you can find them pretty easily, and then
I'm on the
you Yeah. They, I don't know. You interact. You see that they're discussing this idea of they're talking to other camp people, basically, when you approach them.
Yeah, I think after hearing the story, their opinion on it would be, well, I'm sure the little ones can take care of themselves, but I'd prefer to make sure that that's the case before it becomes an emergency.
Okay. So the three of you, then, I'm wondering, so if you've met up and you've researched this about the children, you know that they went missing to the east looking for mushrooms. What is your first set of plans now? What do you think you'd do?
Well, first thing I would do is put on my armor one buckle at a time, like everybody else. And then I would, once I was done with that, I would wait for Ugrik, and now I suppose Yomo is joining in with us. And then when they are ready, I'm ready to head out.
Oh, I forgot Ugrik was a commander.
Oh, you forgot about that. Yeah, I also kind of did, because I didn't use anything commanderish.
Well, then how about for Ugrik? What do you think you would do to prep for heading out finding these children? You know you've recruited Yomo to your cause so far.
I mean, honestly, call it what you want, call it PTSD or coping mechanism. He's always got a canteen with him. He always eats a basic, easy to prepare breakfast, and he sleeps with his armor on, so I'm pretty sure he's ready to just go.
Okay. And Yomo, do you have anything you want to do to prep, or?
That's me?
Yeah, Yomo, do you have anything you want to prep for heading out to find these children?
I do. I think that they would ask the other two who are already on the case, have you canvassed the locals to get any more information? And in gameplay terms, have they used the gather information?
Yes, that's how they found out that they were headed to the east and that they were looking for mushrooms.
Okay, to the east to mushrooms. Well, Yomo has, just in case, prepared restoration for the day. So if anybody's gotten sick off of some mushrooms that they shouldn't eat, they've made sure to squeeze this in. And as for equipment, they are always set to go.
Okay.
They're like a snail.
Then I am going to cut back over to Grothlin, who is leading the professor towards axe cutting. And I believe as we were going off air, Silver mentioned that that Azendel, you said you wanted Azendel to find her way there?
Azendel, remembering that she promised Grothlin she'd help cut wood, after completing her morning workout, will make her way over to wood cutting.
Okay. All right. So you guys arrive towards the wood cutting area. Grothlin. So, are you any good with an axe? Have you been cutting wood much?
Are you referring to me or the old man?
The old man.
We're about to find out.
Ha ha ha! All right. Well, let's see then. Then I would like athletics checks from both of you. I'm glad to see you came back and finally decided to keep your promise here.
I don't think I did too bad. 21.
I got a 25. Yes, well, I had been away recently, and now I have returned.
You're both chopping wood at like an accelerated pace. You guys have got it like proper. You focus in, you're able to get it. Azendel, you critically succeed on your axe cutting, on your wood cutting. Whatever ill will Grothlin had towards you ditching out for a week is smoothed over by this. Grothlin's like out there working hard too. So, what brings you all to find your way here to Torrent Moot?
I told a high-ranking rune lord to have sex with his own mother. He sent me to a company.
I remember you told me this last time.
Yes, he sent me to escort a diplomatic envoy here, and then I found out after I'd left, sent me way in advance. And then I found out that the envoys that were actually supposed to be here for diplomacy burnt down a fucking tavern in Varicia, so now I'm the envoy. And then she splits another log in half.
Hashtag just Rune Lord things.
Yeah.
I fucking hate New Thassalon!
And what about you, old man?
Oh, well, the university said needed somebody to come, and as my parents are from here, I figured it was an ideal trip.
It's always good to check out your homeland. If nothing else, you get to see what your parents went through.
Yes, I am learning many things. But what life could have been if my parents had stayed.
Yeah. If you guys would like, you can make a discovery roll in the time that you're spending with Grothlin. I mentioned before, because this is all, I'll just let you know several discovery options you have for finding out ways to influence Grothlin. If you have Belkson lore, if you have diplomacy, if you have orc lore, perception. Perception is always a usable skill when discovering how to influence an NPC. And then also society. Those are like some of the big options for trying to make a discovery check against finding out about Grothlin.
And I assume it's only one per choice, right?
It's only one per choice, yep.
Cool. I will do orc lore.
Okay.
I also rolled a 17.
Okay. Azendel, I think you've worked yourself up into a frenzy now just thinking about all this, so you're not particularly like as noticing the things that Grothlin is talking about or like what seems to move her, because you're focused in on about the troubles you have.
She started envisioning all the logs she's splitting as the various people in her homeland who've pissed her off.
Yeah.
And her efficiency increased.
As for the professor, you've succeeded on your check, which means you can choose one of the following options. You can learn which skill that can influence Grothlin, which skill that influences Grothlin has the lowest DC. You can figure out Grothlin's personal biases, Grothlin's resistances, or Grothlin's weaknesses. Oh, you know what? Azendel, you also succeeded.
Social weaknesses.
Yes, social weaknesses and social resistances, yes. Grothlin is weak,
bias.
10 to fire. Okay, they're biased. Okay, Azendel, you actually did succeed. Fire. I forgot because you guys got a bonus for succeeding your axe cutting to do this. Basically, Grothlin's biases. What does it mean by personal biases? Sorry, real quick. I need to look at what this means because I'm not sure what it's referring to on the stat block.
I've run this recently. If it doesn't say any particular personal biases, they usually don't have any notable ones.
Oh, okay. I'll say there's no notable bias. but you do know that you have your bonus to, like, Grothlin is happy to have people, like, she's more there to be no, that's not what I was going to say. Having people come and cut wood and show strength and be maybe it's because you know from your drinking with her that also, like, being in competition and, like, giving her a good run for her money and not, like, just going easy on her and stuff like that. That's something that she appreciates a lot.
All I'm hearing is that she's into lumberjacks, which, you know, valid.
Competitive lumberjacking. Sorry, Azendel, you did succeed because you got a +1. You got a bonus for succeeding on
cutting
your axe
wood
cutting.
good.
Yeah, for cutting wood good. You did get a bonus, and you got right on the money for your society check. What would you like to know? Her social weakness, social resistant, social weakness, social resistance, or one of her influence skills, or I think it's just one of the influence skills, or her lowest one.
You know what? Screw it. Which question did it? And I'm guessing that the bias question was like a different one that the professor asked.
Yeah. The bias one is the one that the professor asked.
You know what? Which influence skill has the lowest DC?
All right. So her lowest DCs are lore skills. DC 17 lore skills of hunting lore, plains lore, and warfare lore.
Looks at my academia lore. Well, at least now I know. I can set her up with that. I can set her up with that weird dwarf I met.
Yeah, he might be able to. Because basically the idea is that if you share survival notes and war stories with her, you think that would be like a really good way to win her over.
Closest Azendel can do is the various fucked up things that just kind of happen as part of Thessalonian society.
Yeah. Now, if you'd like, the two of you, if you'd like to make any kind of check to try and influence her, you can do that now. Just give me a skill, and I'll have you roll it publicly, and I'll let you know if you find anything out. Which may or may not mean that the skill is not going to influence her, or it might influence her and you just didn't win it. But yeah, you can just choose one and give me a rationale of, like, how you're talking to her and how you're influencing her.
I'm gonna roll athletics under the assumption that she respects strength and respects someone who can, like, engage in diplomacy while engaging in physical labor.
Okay.
$24.
Yeah, you've already noticed she's very, like, impressed with your skills at woodcutting. She enjoys your work ethic. You know, like that even though you hate being here, you're still here and doing the work. So she actually, you guys got a influence point with Grothlin.
Fuck yeah. One step closer and my goal to seduce Grothlin for some reason.
Professor, do you have anything?
I have a weird one.
Okay.
A weird idea. Closer to the end of the, like, when we take a woodcutting break, I want to use crafting to quick alchemy some beer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me that crafting.
Nat 20 for a total of 30.
Nat 20 for a total of 30.
Somehow the beer is ice cold.
Yeah, she greatly appreciates it. Especially, you know, in that she's normally she probably wouldn't have taken it while she's like this early in the morning or something like that, but she you know, appreciates a good brew from you, and takes it in and drinks it, and she's very appreciative of that.
Old family recipe, and by family I mean me. My father could not brew for shit.
Yeah. So we'll say this goes on for a little while, like an hour or two, maybe. What would you guys like to do after that?
This was early
She
in the
like
morning,
thanks
right?
you for the hard work. Yeah, it's still pretty like midday, like maybe like 10 a.m. or something, 11 a.m. or something like that.
That sounds like brunch to me.
Okay. Hard
Yeah,
work.
Head over to the
Azendel will
food heads. Yeah.
Azendel will probably make her way over, but delayed, because first, she's going to go over to wherever the caravans drop off, because she now has to keep an eye and especially an ear out for her fucking sister.
Yes.
For her twin fucking sister.
You see, there's nothing today. No caravans today. They seem like they had a late night leaving yesterday, with some people and letters and stuff like that to be sent out. But today it doesn't seem like they have anything coming in or going out yet.
Yeah, no, she just like in that case she'll talk to whoever's like receiving the like caravans and just be like, keep an eye out for someone. She resembles me, but in a much better mood. And then, once that's been relayed, she'll probably go get brunch.
She's so mean. I love her. She's so nasty.
It's what I was aiming for. Rune Lord of Wrath, baby.
Cool. Yeah, they're looking out for you, for another you. Food is available in plenty. A lot of Auroch today. A lot of good hunting has been picking up. Auroch's meat has been coming in quite more frequently. Let's cut back then to the children crew, the new crew.
Raise that
you
better.
guys, yeah, the crew saving the children. You guys start heading east. Give me survival checks. You know it's to the east. You know it's they're looking for mushrooms.
Dang. My survival is not great.
Oh no.
I'm with the
me
nat
try
one.
this.
Let's go.
10 total.
Where's survival? There we go. Found it. I got a 10.
Okay. You
Same
guys
as me,
seem
wow.
to have a hard time figuring out where to go, and you're searching, and you're like, it could be anywhere to the east, right? You're like, where on earth do I even like begin looking? But then you realize, like they're looking for mushrooms. So if you'd like, you can also give me either a Belkson lore or a nature lore.
I'll do nature.
I will also go for nature.
16.
12.
Can I roll survival again?
Yes, you can do survival again. I'll let you do that.
Right. 9.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
Conrad, you realize that for the mushrooms to be growing, there's in these hilly, mountainous, badland areas, it's probably got to be somewhere lower, where rain can pick up and sit down for a while without getting absorbed. So you realize when you guys are searching that there is, you notice some low valleys in the east that you can start looking for. And you can point those out as possible mushroom growing spots. And that'll reduce the time it takes for you guys to find this location, find the children by an hour, which means, let's see. It takes about 2 hours for you guys roaming through these hillsides, looking for any possible sign of the children. When you find this narrow ravine that's filled with loose stones. The steep walls are somewhat green with tough, clinging grasses keeping the earth in place. The north end of the ravine is shaded by a large boulder, and dark area beneath it is comparatively lush. A carpet of green moss has numerous mushrooms growing from it at this location.
As we come over the hilltop to it, Yomo's apologizing profusely for, I don't really know how to navigate, sorry. I usually rely on other people to. And then as soon as they see the lush green valley, their backpack is on the ground and they are writing something down about it. Because, wow. Natural.
It's all right. Tracking was never my strong suit in the military. But we get there when we get there.
Same
That's the
here.
ticket.
If you'd like, so as you guys get closer to like this overhang, you notice a narrow opening that leads into a barrow. You think there's just this narrow opening into the side of the hill.
A barrow. Are we thinking of a burial chamber of some kind, or just a natural feature?
You're not sure yet. You just know that there's it's like it looks like it could be like enterable, like a cave almost, cavern type area. But it looks like it's been carved out at least. So you think it's been like you think it's like man-made, to be fair.
Man-made. Okay.
I will light a torch.
Can I get either perception or survival checks from you guys?
Perception coming right up. Bah!
Coming up.
That one.
Yeah, boy. I love it.
16.
16. Okay. Conrad, what do you think is like why you got your nat 1? Like what do you think your mind's at right now with this all?
I could be I don't know. I could be wrongfully assuming the purpose of the cave.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're just like your goal is you're just focused on like trying to figure out what on earth it could be as you're like just stomping through. And as you're like heading forward, leading this charge, Yomo and Ugrik, you notice there's many places where mushrooms have recently been picked from the ground in this location.
Oh, hey, we've got a hit. I wonder if they're sheltering inside. If they got lost overnight, it would be sensible.
Yes, that would be very sensible. However, it wouldn't be smart. Wolves and stuff.
Yomo, I can't believe that never occurred to me. I've been staring at this cave for like 5 minutes now, and it never once occurred to me that someone could take shelter in it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess that was kind of obvious.
No, but Conrad's being totally serious.
Oh my god, Conrad!
Sorry, Conrad, did you say you took out a torch? Is that what you said to me earlier?
Yomo did.
Yomo
took out a torch. Okay. You got the torch. Okay.
Shine some low flickering light into there to see if it attracts any little goofballs.
So far, no. You guys, let me see. How? Okay. I'm gonna bring you guys to a map.
Okay.
That is a very narrow space.
Yes. So very narrow space. As you're like getting up to it, you notice that there's like in this, as you're crawling deeper into this thing to look at it, you notice several large rocks and numerous small ones are piled here, blocking the passage that leads deeper inside.
It's the Orky Putty Cave. Oh, fell through. Nutty Putty Cave. It's like
Yes.
big accident.
Oh no.
happened.
Oh no! I really hope not.
I'm sure that they're fine inside and not somewhere underneath these rocks. Let me go ahead and move them out of the way just in case.
Okay. You know this will take about 10 minutes to get in, like of clearing the rubble. Do any of you have crafting, engineer lore, or survival?
I do
trained?
have crafting.
Nah.
Not here.
Okay,
I have
then
crafting.
give me a crafting check, Duhon.
Alright, let us see. 16.
16. You know exactly how to like go about that. You've seen the engineering of rocks. You understand how inefficient this is, and you know how to clear this out pretty well. You can reduce the time it takes to get in to about 5 minutes of cleaning out this rubble. Because as you know, if there's a cave-in, then every minute's going to count for these children.
Yeah, this is
Oh
just
yes,
very
this rock is surely made out of rock.
Surely.
That's the kind of dwarven insight I rely on your kind for. Thank you.
Yeah.
If anyone's gonna know a rock is a rock, surely it's a dwarf.
Yeah. So now you know that there's this high pressure to get in here. You start making your way through this.
Since this is an exploration mode check, I don't think guidance would be appropriate here, would it?
Probably. Well, yeah, probably not.
Okay.
May I? Never mind.
Oh, what were you gonna say? Go for
I was
it.
gonna say if I can aid, but I'm not trained in any of the skills, so I probably can't. Right? If I could aid, maybe with my athletics to move stuff.
Oh no, you guys have cleared. You guys are clearing it. It's
Okay.
Ugrik took charge and has cleared out this rubble, moving it from 10 minutes to 5 minutes to clear this out. So you're doing pretty good on time with that. That's what makes it like, time of the essence, and you guys get through. It's been 5 minutes of clearing this out. You guys can go ahead and search deeper if you'd like. So as you move forward, okay, I'm gonna pause right there. Huge slabs of stones line this passageway as you enter in, with smaller rocks carefully placed between the slabs to create walls. Additional large stones from the ceiling, and construction is rough and unfinished. A cool, dry wind whistles through the halls. And as you bump inward, you notice several skeletal figures in this hallway, waiting for, they all cricking and crackling, their joint or bones rattling as they all slowly turn towards you guys as you've entered into their cavern.
Yes.
I draw my blade.
Let us cut back real quick to the Professor and Silver.
Ooh.
Professor and Silver, you've had your lunch, you've had your brunch, you've met with the people. What are you up to now?
I think given the fact that she's been thrust into the position of diplomat, Azendel is trying to essentially speed through learning who the fuck everyone here is. Because now it actually matters to her.
Now it matters. Yeah. Let me open up my list of people. Number one, actually give me a society check.
Oh boy. Society. According to certain intellectuals, we live in one of those.
Yeah. No joke.
14.
Okay. You know that Ardax is the leader of the empty handhold and the the current claim of ruler of Belkson at this point.
I thought he seemed
he has the
rather
most claim to
brazen
it.
in how he spoke to me.
Yes. You know that Grothlin is from the Gut Spear Hold. But other than that,
How do you spell Grothlin, by the way?
Grothlyn. Grothlyn
noted.
Zor. But beyond that, you have spent so little time communing with everyone and getting to know that you have a hard time knowing who anyone is at this point in time. So it's going to take a lot of sit down and conversation, you think, to actually move forward with this.
Oh boy.
One orc at a time. How about the professor? Brunch is good, Aurochs meat.
I'm done eating. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's finally gonna start writing down his notes for the past few days, a report on the shit that's been going down.
Okay.
So you should probably report at some point.
Yeah. actually get
So I
some
think he
kind of
started-
info. Because it's been about 2 weeks since you've been here. So
Yeah. There's been 2 weeks of information gathering, and he doesn't even fully know what he knows, so he just starts writing shit down.
Okay.
And because it's fun for me, he writes in Muon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. A lot of people are going to know what that is. Your notes are when you do it that way, so it's easy to like hide and conceal that.
It's easy to hide. Whoever my contact is when I send it out can translate it, but
Yes.
they're like, write it in Muon. Are people speaking Muon? And I'm like, okay.
Okay. You're doing that. Let's say Azendel, you bump into there's a half-orc, a Dromar, who like runs into you. Not like physically runs into you, but like
I was about to say.
sees you, and he's like, "Hail! Sorry, I've noticed you around here for the last while, and I've been meaning to speak to you. Do you have a moment?"
You may speak, but do so quickly.
Ah, of course. My name is Davor. I'm here on behalf of the Pathfinder Society. I'd like to just introduce myself, and what was your name?
Azendel Zinara, Rune Lord Circle of Wrath, representative of New Thassalon.
New Thassalon, that is fascinating. And if you don't mind me asking, I've noticed you're covered in scales and horns, and I'm just fascinated about how that came to be. Is it magical or biological?
My mother fucked a dragon. Now, do you care to divulge your history, or is this going to be a one-sided exchange?
My mother was an orc, and my father was a human.
Riveting.
Yes. So I'm curious. This New Thassalon being here, are you joining? It seems very strange to me in a way, and in a fascinating way. What can you say about? And he like pulls out like a notebook and he starts like writing stuff down. He's like, what can you say about like your time here as a representative of New Thassalon? And what is New Thassalon interested in? Do you know?
Azendel will take a second to think. So, Azendel's assumption when the Rune Lords were invited to a diplomatic meetup in Belkson was they were going to strike some kind of alliance and, like, split Varissia between them. In like a conquest kind of thing. Is that, like, a thing that would actually be, like, an expectation of her people, or was that just kind of her expecting aggression in every interaction?
A little bit of both, I think. I think mostly just expecting aggression, but it's not like there's probably been rumors and like ideas of like, hey, possibly this could be a very militaristic like scenario. But I think overall, New Thassalon would know that this might be something like more specific towards what. Well, I guess no. I think it's fair to say that like it's more like half and half. You're expecting aggression. You think that it could be that they're wanting to split Varissia, but it also could be just because you guys are assuming them like the worst or the most aggressive acts.
The assumption coming over here was that Belkson and New Thassalon would take this opportunity to strengthen ties and collectively solidify our hold on this region.
Fascinating. He's like scribbling down and stuff like that. And what are your thoughts on that idea?
That depends. Are those thoughts getting written down?
Oh, sorry. It's a habit of mine. I like to take a lot of notes when I'm out and about. I like to. I have a whole stack of field notes just waiting for me back at my home.
If I may speak candidly.
Oh, yes.
Well, if I may speak candidly, my expectation was that when the Orcs of Belkson invited the Rune Lords of New Thassalon into their land to discuss diplomatic ties, that there was going to be some form of mutually beneficial expansion, perhaps finally putting some, let's say, proper authority in place in Varisia, or perhaps just finding opportunities to enrich ourselves. I was not expecting so many other guests to be here.
Oh,
So
you thought it was
evidently-
more of a private event. Interesting. If you'd like, you can give me a discovery check to like see, kind of like gauge Davor's responses.
12, and I think the reasoning for that is she doesn't especially care for this man.
That's fair. Yeah. You're not really getting anything out of this for sure. But he talks to you for a little bit.
Yeah, I think also, I think what she was gonna say is, my people are not a particularly open, friendly, or well-liked sort, and it was my understanding, from what I understand of diplomatic relations internationally, that the same was largely true of these people. In that way, we would be kin.
Interesting.
Evidently, orcs are more idealistic than I'd given them credit for.
Yes, it is a strange way that it's an interesting new path that Belkson is looking to go through, and that's what's brought me here. I was very interested, primarily in their flood truce, and then I was wanting to, see their, how it compares to their customs and the history, especially that Ardax, who seems to be an exception amongst orc leaders. The way he's been interested in this more peaceful routes than previous leaders have had. If you'd like, you can give me an influence check. So just give me whatever skill and kind of justify what you think you're doing with that skill.
I think society, we're talking politics, we're talking philosophy. That's feels like the most appropriate one. 19.
19, yes, you succeeded. You now have one, you've gotten a influence point with Davor now. As he's
Very
enjoying
funny.
this lively debate. Or not debate, this lively conversation of interesting topics that you've presented him.
Azendel's just villain monologuing at this guy, and he's like, yes, riveting. You are someone I want to get to know.
Yes.
I love it.
Most interesting person on this campsite so far. From your lack of understanding of what the Torrent Moot was, to just your natural aggression and hopeful for aggression. It's very fascinating. So we're going to cut to... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, no, she was going to say, it comes with being a Rune Lord. That was all she was going to say.
Of course. And then we'll cut back to the cave, where I think I would like some initiatives. So, Kamaka, you said you're drying your blade. So I think if you'd like, you could probably give me an athletics check if you'd like for your initiative. If it's not higher than your perception. I mean, perception or athletics if you'd like. But the other two, I think perception, makes sense.
So I have no idea. Do I see the skeletons? Where are they?
Oh, do they not show up on the old map? Let me
Nope.
reveal them. Sorry. Let me reveal them. I didn't realize they were not active.
Well, it says here if
I am so glad we have your vision.
if I observe the enemy when I start initiative, I get to roll warfare because of commander stuff.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll warfare.
Combat.
Tim, my initiative is grayed out. I can't roll it.
Yes, can you start an encounter for us?
It's because I don't do. That's right. It's because I don't do encounters. Just roll the skill.
Oh.
Yeah, just do the skill. Because I don't really run it through that way because I do hand rolling for all of my stuff.
19.
Let's see. Let me roll this. 25.
11 is
The commander
pretty
leads
bad.
from the
I'm
front.
gonna hero point mine.
You didn't hear putting yours? Okay.
21. That's a lot better. Okay.
Good job, Yomo, which of course stands for "You're me, Oliver."
These are going to become really esoteric really quickly. I can already feel it.
Yeah, that's a correct prediction to make.
So, just a little note. If you wanted to have Foundry do organize the encounter with who is next and everything, you could just do slash roll and the number that you got on the dice plus like the thingy. So it is on Foundry, I guess. That's up to you.
Oh yeah.
Is that I myself, I'd be hard pressed to run it like this, honestly.
Oh really? Oh no, I'm used to it. I mean, I've got like because I used to play in person Pathfinder 1E, and we played that for like a decade in person, and so like I don't know, I'm used to running everything based off like index cards and paper and stuff like that, tracking it all. It's not so bad for me. But Ugrik, it is your turn.
It's my turn first.
And I will say, I don't know why. Oh, that's not a thing. Okay, that's why.
Okay, as I rolled initiative, I am going to use Adaptive Stratagem in order to get Pincer Attack instead of Defensive Retreat, I think.
Okay.
I'm just going to switch these. And then, I am going to... That was a free action, by the way.
Okay.
Now, I am going to read this actually real quick. Each can step as a reaction. Okay. I am going to use Gather to Me. So that... Actually, no, never mind. I'm not going to do that because Mr. Conrad, which would be my partner in this, does not have a reaction yet. I completely forgot.
No.
Now, I'm going to stride up to here. Do I get a reactive strike on that? Or
I mean, they don't have reactions either because combat just started.
oh, good point. Yeah. Brain. But yeah, I am going to strike here as my first action. As my second action, I am going to do a Warhammer strike against this guy right here. He looked at me funny, so.
Yeah.
I assume a 15 is something.
15 misses.
Misses? Alright. As my last action, I'm going to raise my shoot.
60% of our party are going sword and board. It's so funny.
Okay, so, sorry, was that all three actions, or?
Yeah, all three actions.
Okay. Yomo, you're next.
Oh yeah, this is why they're here. Yomo is grinning. I'd like to recall knowledge on one of the critters using undead lore.
Okay, go ahead.
And since it's a specific lore, it might be a little easier, Yomo's hoping, to identify what's up with these little guys.
Okay. What'd your result get? Sorry.
16. Sorry.
16. Yes. All right. So, just real quick, you know that they're wearing ancient garb. These skeletal warriors seem to have fought in long ago battle. So you know that they seem to be like really old ancient warriors. And what kind of information would you like about them?
I would like to assess whether they would be hurt by a healing spell.
Okay, yes.
Some undead are, some undead aren't. They would.
They would be.
Awesome. Okay. And then for my other two actions, I think I would like to put up... Sorry, let me just see where you're going to end up. Okay. This will be a little bit better position next turn, but we're going to put up a Bless. And that aura will be 15 feet in diameter. in radius. Ooh, yes.
Okay.
Exciting.
All right.
I love bless.
Then, if you're done, we can move to Conrad the Courageous.
All right, my time to shine. Do I have my swords, my sword, my shield drawn already, or are you going to be using action for that?
No. You can all say you did it because you were calling it out as your thing you were doing before I called initiative.
Oh, I see. Cool. In that case, I will probably just stride up to this guy right here, and I'm just gonna smack him with my Roka sword. 19 hit or not?
19 hits.
Cool. Damage coming right up. 10 slashing.
Okay, you think that not all of it is getting through.
Okay, got it. In that case, the last thing I will do is raise my shield.
Sorry, was it the one right north to you, or the one to your left?
The one that is next to Duhon. Excuse me.
Okay,
next
sorry.
to Ugrik.
Next to Ugrik. Sorry, I just did the wrong HP on these guys. Okay. Cool. Which means it is now the skeleton who is north of Conrad. Starts chittering, and it's got this like old garb on that's like clanking together as it like moves to like strike you with its skeletal claws. Okay, nat 1.
I bat his hand away with my steel shield.
Yeah, so I am using crit cards here on nat 1s and nat 20s. You bat it away. Okay, this one doesn't really make sense for him. Pulled muscle. So you bat him away with your shield, and you like chip away at his joints, and so now it's like unable to like move properly, and now it's enfeebled too.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Get his ass.
I'm about to crush this thing.
Yeah, literally. Okay. It goes for its second attack. By the way, we talked about this off air, but I did have the pop-up module on, but like it does not work for some reason anymore. I don't know if it's because it's a newer version of Foundry, but like I can't pop out window stuff anymore, and it just driving me nuts. Does an 18 hit?
No.
Okay. It just mindlessly goes after you and like frenzied clawing at you. Does a... Oh, that's not going to hit either. So that one is fine. The other one, however, sees Ugrik right next to it, and like steps over to block the path of there, and swings at with its skeletal claws at Ugrik. Ugrik does a I doubt a 14 hits.
14 does not hit. In fact, it's almost critical.
Wait, I'm sorry. He moved out of my range here, so may I make an attack of opportunity against the skeleton?
He just stepped. So I think that
my
means
bad.
he just did a 5-foot step, rather
you're
than
right, my
a
bad.
full move. But this one also got a nat 1 on its second attack. So I'm sure that's a crit fail. So this one also, fling. It drops the weapon it used for the attack, and it lands 1d6 plus times 5 feet away from you in a random direction. So 15. It swings at you, and its hand loosens up from the connecting to the arm bone. I don't know what the arm bone is called. Sue me. But it like the hand slips and it flies backwards at the cave wall as it comes down and swings at you with nothing. Third strike, nat 20. What? It's at a map, so we got a 21. Does a 21 hit Ugrik's AC?
21 does not hit, in fact. However, since it was a nat 20, it does...
It's just a regular
upgrade it.
success. Yep, it's just a regular success. That's what I was just trying to figure out if it was success or crit. So it's just a regular success as it lost its one hand and it comes at you with its last hand, dealing 6 slashing damage. As it
I would like to shield block that if possible.
Yeah. Do you have your shield raised?
Yes, it is raised. I have a hardness of 4, so I take how much damage again?
It was 6. So
2
you
damage.
and the shield take 2. Yep. Oh, I think you did it the opposite way.
Oh yeah, I screwed up here.
You actually took out 38 HP. I was like, I don't think I did that much. All right. This one in the back has a glaive out, and it takes a step toward Conrad with its glaive, and it goes to strike. What is forceful?
Isn't that adding
when you
a +1 with multiple attacks?
Yes, it is. Okay. I see. Okay, so it's gonna strike at you with the glaive. I'm not joking. Another nat 20. I've gotten 2 nat 1s and 2 nat 20s on this already.
I should have counted them.
Oh dear.
That sounds right.
So I bought this dice set specifically for this game. So I think it really likes the swinginess of it.
Well, it's a good
So what
thing I
I'm
didn't
gonna
op attack.
Yeah. Let's see. What does it do? Slashing damage. Okay. Stand aside. So it crits and pushes you back. It pushes you 5 feet.
Okay.
Shoves you back 5 feet as it jabs at you, and then the damage you take is.
I am shield blocking this, by the way.
Okay. You only take 8 slashing damage.
8.
Oh, sorry, it's got a deadly D8. It's got a deadly D8. 8, 15.
You said 15?
Yeah, 15.
15. Okay, so my shield eats 5 of that, and then my shield and I both take 10.
Yes.
Broken threshold.
My shield not looking too good, but that's okay.
That was its first strike. It's got a range of 10 feet. It is going to... 5, you're like 15 away. So it's gonna... Oh, it's moved once. It attacked, and it's gonna shift down 1 more. That's its third action. Now, from the wings, 5, 10, 15... Or no, 10. 10 feet away from Ugrik, a 4th skeletal soldier comes into the fray and stabs at Ugrik.
Nat 1. I can see that right in your face.
It's a nat 1. I think this dice only rolls 1s and 20s. Yeah, I think it only rolls nat 1s and 20s. I think I might have gotten a broken die.
I mean,
okay,
it just makes the combat exciting.
Yes. Melee. Broken weapon. Your current weapon's hit points are reduced to its broken threshold. If it's already broken, the weapon takes 3d6 damage, ignoring hardness. So it's just broken now. Now his weapon's broken. His glaive snaps or bends as it swings at you, and instead hits the side of the stone cavern, and the oldness of this weapon, it's rusted and it snaps. So it is also going to move. 10.
I just imagined an old garden tool that's covered in rust. You try and use it, and the metal portion just falls off the shaft.
Yeah, that's kind of what's going on here.
It shambles forward to then meet up against Conrad, and I think that is where we're going to leave off with this episode. Okay.
Oh.
We are surrounded. Not really,
You're
but
surrounded
we
by
are.
skeletons. You're by skeletons that both are the most bumbling and successful skeletons you've ever seen in your lives. But hey, if you guys would like to talk to me about all the nat 1s and 20s I'm getting on this dice, you can always hit up the IDL at IDL-RPGS on Blue Sky, or you can check the description and get onto the Discord and talk with us there about it.
Join the Discord.
Join the Discord.
Do it now.
There's channels.
Call to action.
You could, if you'd like, if you're shy, you could always instead like, subscribe, review. I hear those are all good things. Comment on YouTube if you'd like. Also, there's a good place to talk about it on the episode. And hey, maybe that neighbor who's too loud next to you, you could tell them to switch. Instead of music, they could be playing these episodes, and you both could bond over it. Okay, that's it. Goodbye.
Oh my god, that's so sweet.
Later.